ones.
Good morning there, Southwest Florida. Hope you're having a good start to your morning so far. It's Saturday, and while we are watching this one area of disturbed weather in the tropics, it is moving off to the northeast, still 9 miles per hour, winds sustained at 30 miles per hour. And until we see those winds picking up to around 39, that's when we could see this area becoming our first depression of this hurricane season so far. So it's not really uncommon to see an early start. We've had the past few years where we've seen some systems developing in May, but the beginning of hurricane season officially is June 1st. So here's a look at the consensus models. These are some of the best models as we put those together. They do take it away from us here in Southwest Florida, well away from the state of Florida, although it does near the Carolinas as we go into the day for tomorrow, even into the start of the work week. It does continue to push mainly off to the northeast and then well off to the east, back into the Atlantic. So again, we are going to continue to monitor this because it can really impact our weather in the good way, though, if you like the dry conditions. Although we could really use the rain, the further east it goes, the less rain is likely and the more dry air will work its way in. So let's take a look 1 hour time lapse on the Doppler radar. Notice the counterclockwise rotation there, tracking in a few showers, working their way in from the Atlantic Ocean off to the southwest. A lot of those are really not holding together too well, but if we do continue to see some of those rain areas working their way in, we do have an opportunity for some rain here across Southwest Florida. So eventually we should see a few showers beginning to develop, but for now in the morning, most of us are going to stay on the dry side. There's a look at the GOES 16 satellite. We do have some convection and some rain all again off towards the Atlantic Ocean right along this area here. But as we take a look into the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, notice the areas in the reds. That's indicating some very dry air, and that's getting sucked into this area that we are watching of the disturbed weather. So the more dry air enters it, the slower the chance for the development, but we're still looking at a pretty high chance of this developing. We're looking at 80% over the next 24 to 48 hours. But for us, again, with the more dry air that we do have, the less rain is likely and the drier conditions for the weekend. So we do have an opportunity for a few isolated showers as this area of low pressure could develop, still moving well off to the northeast there. And then by tomorrow morning, we are going to see a pretty big difference. Not as much clouds likely for the first half of the morning hours. By the late second half of the day, though, a few isolated rain areas well east of 75 are still in the forecast. So 90s in the picture for today, and with the humidity, I know you're going to feel it when you step outside. It's going to make temperatures feel a lot hotter, so that's something to take in mind if you're going to take the dogs out for the walk. Make sure you bring that extra water bottle for them. Stay hydrated for yourself and for the pets out there, because again, without the rain, it will feel a lot warmer for today. So let's take a look at our future track. By the 11 o'clock hour, just a few stray showers. By the 2 o'clock to 7 p.m. hour, start to see a little bit more coverage for some areas, so we can't rule out seeing a few showers that could work their way off to the coast. But again, most of us will not see the rain for it today. Again, as this continues to wrap around that same motion, a lot of it does head off to the eastern half of the state. A lot of cloud coverage as we take a view all the way out to the west from downtown Fort Myers. We do have the 70s now, and northeast wind that's at 7 miles per hour. So again, eventually we do work our way into the 90s, and then we have this wet pattern in place. Yesterday was the first official day of rainy season, and well, it's a good thing that the gyms are opening for Southwest Florida starting on Monday, because look at that, pretty much rain expected every single day. A little bit extra coverage as we go throughout your Tuesday morning into the late half of the afternoon, and on top of the rain, we're going to see some breezy conditions at times, even looking at breezy at times also for Wednesday, wet all the way through Memorial Day.
Governor